Hello again, friends! And you are our friends. Welcome to D&M Sports Break number 203. Sorry for the small delay. We've been busier than a one-arm paper hanger around here. At one point, we had over 24 people here in our little shop. We want to appreciate all the support from all you fine folks, of course. But it meant that I had to make sure that my boys were covered up front. It's going excellent, Hunter, and welcome to Chris and Matt and Julien. And Downtown Dale Trades is here as well. Welcome to everybody. We have a fun one in store as per the usual, where once again we test how much fun can a grown man have playing with cardboard. We have a 7-way box break, 2 25-26 artifacts, the return of 23-24 Skybox EX. Enough time has passed, I'm willing to give it another shot. It's only been a few months. 24-25 Spa, 2 24-25 Ultimate, and a 23-24 Premier, which is in honor of next week's Premier that drops on Wednesday. So 24-25 Premier drops on Wednesday. We will be doing one of those in next weekend's break, so you guys can keep track of that one. My comment section is kind of bumping a little bit, so I'm only seeing 4 at a time, so bear with me if I miss some of you guys. But bonjour to Yvon, and Fredjian is here, Julien, Bill, great. I'd love to see everybody here all flocking in. Joey's here as well, and so is Adam. And a little bit of business to attend to before we get into the break. Those of you who are persistent in the break are aware that during the anniversary break number 2000, there was a little bit of a snafu, if you will, where we had a box of 23-24 SP Authentic, and we did not receive any autograph. Well, Upper Deck has rectified that. So, there is the quick peek room hiding my address from you freaks out there who are going to track me down, but there's your Upper Deck envelope. I'll admit, I already peeked inside. But I have the names here as well as to who wins what. So if you were in break number 200, this pertains to you only. So this is a very quick one. Now, both participants in this break were in that one. There's your quick little paperwork from Upper Deck. You got to appreciate the Upper Deck because they literally just took my word for it. Right? There's no way for them to really make sure that there was no ink or that type of thing, and it's not the first time. So you take the good and you take the bad. The good being you got your redemptions. The bad being you're not getting a Celebrini Future Watch, right? So the 2 cards that were sent were as follows. Number 1, with the New York Islanders, it was Kyle McLean. So that was numbered 801. Very odd kind of embossment on the short print, but 801 at a $9.99. That goes to Adam. So Adam S., you had the Islanders back in the anniversary break, so we will add this to your break stuff for this weekend. And the second card, arguably a little bit better, a horizontal Future Watch for Jet Lushenko. And that goes to Yvon. So Yvon, you had the Philadelphia Flyers for the 80 break. Lushenko has quite a bit of pizzazz to him. He's just a teenager and he's a former first overall pick. So that could end up being a quite sneaky, decent replacement. But I just wanted to do that really quickly. I was going to leave it until the free spot giveaway, but then you got a tiny little screen and whatever else. But I just kind of wanted to give Upper Deck a little shot in the arm to say, hey, look, they took care of us. I know we had the kind of crappy box break where we didn't get the autos, but it all worked out in the end, as it always does. And you could say that for Santa Scott Carson as well. As Downtown Dale Trades got the LA Kings, and he sent them to Scott, his favorite team. He sent them to Scott, and he gets the Anaheim Ducks in return. So, excellent of Downtown Dale Trades to take care of Santa Scott. Too many nicknames going on around here. Or maybe not enough. All depends on a point of view. Very quickly as well, people are putting down numbers. Why would they do such a thing? Well, they would do that because if we can pull a short printed card that has that number, you'll win a prize. For example, once we do the break, if we pull a card like this again, and if somebody guessed number 131, granted there's no focus to it at all, my top loader's getting reflective, 131 would be the number we're looking for. As long as you have guessed that number ahead of time and you have liked this feed, you will win a prize. I am very vain and I need your attention. And if I don't get your likes or hearts or ha-has, I'll think that you're upset at me, and I don't do well when people are upset at me. So just make sure you do that little like. And other than that, do what you guys do best, just keep it positive. When you see a nice card, go out of your way and say, hey, that's a really nice card, because if you get a nice one, you're probably going to want people to say, hey, that's a nice card. For example, you see Trevor up there. That's a nice one, Evolve. Makes Evolve feel good, I'm sure. Oh, well, thanks, Trevor. I appreciate that, right? We're all a close little community, so it's nice to see that. And Linda is here as well, or Vince, I should say. It was funny. Vince typed in WW last week, which actually meant 22 being right under the keyboard. I see that you've nailed it this week, Vince. Good for you, learning how to put that number on the comment section. Okay, so... pretty good world, you might say. All around and chillin'. 25-26 artifacts. We have a double dose of the artifacts. Treated us pretty friggin' well last week with a slew of hits. Very quickly, there are redemptions in artifacts. Artifacts being one of the first products of the year. There are some cards in there that are physical. For example, Ivan Demidov does have physical cards inside the product. But there are some wild cards as well. The way that a redemption will work is that if we pull a redemption card that has a team logo on it, it goes to that team. That's easy. If we pull a redemption and the Florida Panthers are the logo, whoever has Florida is going to get that card. That's easy enough. Also, Vince, because I'm so proud of you for figuring out how to put 2 numbers down, that is for you. You can share it with Linda if you wish. Back to what I was explaining, if we pull a wildcard redemption or a redemption that doesn't have a team logo, it will be raffled off among all 32 names within the break. That means if you have 3 teams, you have 3 shots, 1 team, 1 shot, etc., etc. So we're just going to get that out of the way very quick. Last week, we did have one of those wildcard redemptions, and it had to be raffled off, and it was picked up by Robert D., who picked up, I can't remember if it was like the red or the wild card or whatever it was. It doesn't matter. We're off to work. Enough vamping. 7 minutes is long enough. We have Don't Bring Me Down. Pay hints. As long as the toughest spleen in the leg, Merc Stone. And the prophecy was foretold, my friends. We have exactly that. One of those wild cards. The back card, by the way, is Timmy Stew. So... we don't know who this card belongs to, so we will figure this out after. Once this break is done, there will be a separate video that goes up, usually within 10 minutes post-break, and it will be a free spot giveaway for next weekend's break. So if you're in this weekend's break, you get a chance at a free spot for next week. When we do that, we'll do this as well. SP5 does not mean the 5th pick. A lot of the time it does, but as I like to remind people, Yuri Slavkovsky was SP2, not 1, as he was as a draft pick. So there's a quick kind of peekaroo there at the back. The way that it works is easy enough. Once you get the card, you'll go to the website, or you can call them. You'll scratch off the little code, and then you can go through and redeem it. It will take a little while for you to get your card, admittedly, because it is the first product of the year, and they really don't know who is going to be that rookie or that kind of player. But as Trevor says, correct horizontal variation on Rookie Redemption SP5. So, that's why we get, that's why you clear the air before you open the box, right? So everybody's on the same playing field. Dylan Strome, it looks like an Aurum card poking out. Those can sometimes be autographed, but more than likely not. And it is not, but it's still a beauty. Nate Mack, Halifax's second favorite son, Nathan McKinnon. The 2 base, Adam Fox and Jacob Slavin. The bounty cards are easy enough. Once you collect all the Aurum, you can scratch them all off, go to the upperdeckbounty.com, and redeem all of your codes for a prize. Your prize may not be as good as what you get here by guessing the correct number at D&M Sports, but it will be a prize nonetheless. And by the way, I'd like you guys to try Panini or Topps and see if they would send you a replacement because you say you didn't get a hit. Roman Yossi, did I say that out loud? Owen Power, and behind that looks like our first hit. An Aurum card does count as a hit, regrettably, but that one looks quite, that one looks quite sharp. Threads of Time, featuring Steven Stamkos, but not Nashville Steven Stamkos. Threads of Time has players in their old jerseys. Some of them kind of make sense. Stamkos made, he won a couple titles in Tampa. But when they have Matthew Tkachuk in a Calgary jersey, I'm kind of like, who's this for? Calgary Flame guys are like, Tkachuk's dead to them, and as a Panther fan, unless it's a rookie, no. But I do like this one because of that connection. So that is Tampa Bay getting on the board, not specifically numbered. I like the design of that, the threads of time, the flow of time almost. Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, number 8, Bill! Bill is on the board with a swatch. I would imagine game used. It is indeed game used by Stammer, 2-time Stanley Cup champion, Steven Stamkos. Steven Stamkos. The beat goes on. We got Brian Rust at the back. We got Svechnikov. And I need a Miro Heiskanen behind Miro Heiskanen. We have an autograph. Andrew Kopp. That's an interesting design of a card. History lesson signatures. I guess, yeah, there you go. I like that there is an actual like little blurb on there. It's you don't see a card like that very often. Gets the Red Wings on the board. David was looking to trade for the Red Wings earlier. Unfortunately, was unable to find a partner, so this will go to Alex R., who has been joining the breaks much more frequently, and we appreciate that support without a doubt. So Andrew Kopp on the board for the Wings. Might be an anticlimactic right side of the artifacts box, because we technically did get our 3 hits, and we got no short prints yet, and I believe usually those are short prints. Oh, Trevor, you're right. Good call. Those are 2-part cards. That's right. The history lesson, literally, you have the card that kind of connects to it, which I believe is they just kind of have 2 guys from the same team. Correct me if I'm wrong, as I readjust my camera here and lower it down there just a little bit. Get some ink. All right. Jacob Markstrom. Bernie Nichols. This is wild that they have LA Kings, but they have him in a Ranger uniform. And they have him with a Ranger logo. Interesting. Jeez, we got a decision to make. Who's got the Rangers? Jack. Well, we might have to raffle that card off between the Rangers and the Kings. I get it. He's in a Ranger uniform with a Ranger logo. It's at a $6.99. It's not the end of the world. It's not like about a 10. What do you guys think? I think we got to raffle it off between the Rangers and the Kings. It's ironic because when you look at the back, it doesn't even have Kings stats on there. But it specifically has Los Angeles Kings, which I would imagine we all know Bernie from. We'll have to figure that out in the wash. I think we'll have to raffle that between Rangers and Kings. Lafreniere and JT Comfer are your base. Artifacts always full of fun and full of question marks, that's for sure. As we continue. Swaggy is the front with Max Domi there on the back. Behind Swaggy we got Cole Perfetti and Tony Amonte. That is cool. That should be numbered as well. That is out of $6.99. Oh, by the way, the Bernie Nichols number, $3.25. And the Tony Amonte, $6.42. So there you go. Amonte up on the board there. And, yeah, you got it, Jack. Rangers. Jack, I think, and Scott here has the LA Kings. We're going to have to randomize that little base, or that base variation off between the two of yous. Just specifically, if it says LA Kings, but it has the Rangers on there, I think that's the only thing that makes sense to do that between the two. But Tony Amonte is pretty cool. Talk about a blast from the past. The beat goes on with 2 more. Casey Middlestat, Matthias Michelli, everyone's favorite Finnish Italian, Jordan Kyrie's the other base, and we're going to Rookie Town with Parker Ford. Parker Ford with the ruby red, 436, the number we're looking for. If you have number 436, you have won a prize. As long as you have liked this feed, and that Winnipeg Jet card is going to you. Is going to you. Connor Garland, former Moncton Wildcat, and Anze Kopitar. We have Jake Gitzel, and behind that is Don't Bring Me Down, Rue. Pay hints. Beautiful. I love that silver that they put on those. The Platinum Sparkle. A very short print. Once we get some focus, there we go. 70 of only 99 on the Platinum Sparkle. That, of course, goes to the Dallas Stars, which is owned by Trevor B. Trevor B. The foiling on that is so nice because it only cuts on the outside borders like that. Very, very sharp. All right, let's put Monte here with the rest of the pack. And now, did you have fun? Let's do it all again. Why not? Once again, this one box number 73 for you superstitious lot out there. From here, we'll go to the Skybox EX. Then we'll transition into SP Authentic. And we'll go home with our Ultimate and our Premier. Bernie is on the Ranger on checklist. Okay, that's good enough for me, Trev. You kind of read my mind. God love you, Trevor. I'm going to send you a prize. You know what, Trevor? This is for you. Look at that. So Scott, just to be clear, so Trevor has now done the dirty work for me. This is a card that has Bernie Nichols. It has him with a Ranger uniform and a Ranger logo, even though it's a little confusing with the LA Kings on the bottom. It will be a New York Ranger card. So Jack, I believe you have the Rangers. Yes, indeed you do. So Jack, the Bernie Nichols will be going to the Rags, for lack of a better term, just so everyone is on the same page. So Trevor, I appreciate you looking at that for me. And that pencil is broken. Remember when I broke a pencil like 3 months ago and Mike didn't notice? He still hasn't noticed, so don't tell anybody. Trevor B. Trevor, thank you for being so intelligent and holding my hand. I need an intern. You want to be my intern? Dale, you seem like a guy who would be okay to be my intern. It doesn't pay well, but oof, that is a chunky monkey right there. So we have an incredibly thick card right in the middle. We are going to take it. I'm going to put it right here. We're going to open it. I'm going to have Wild Willie keep an eye on it. We will open it once we're done the box. So we're not going to do it at the very end, but we'll open it once we're done the actual box. As I kind of reposition this a little bit more. There we go. Quite a bit of glare on that cop. That's for sure. Interesting. Box loader right at the back. He's back again. Cole Perfetti. Let's get a little focus here on what we're doing. There we go. Threads of Time. We're back again with Bo Horvat and a gold Seth Jarvis hiding behind him. A super short print. So we have two fairly big bangers. Seth Jarvis was hiding there in behind. That is the yellow variant. That is out of only 50. So that is 19 of 50. Carolina, the Canes go to Alex. Alex, you have another hit, my friend. 19 of 50. So you get 50, or out of 50 on there on the Jarvis, and then the hit of the box, or the hit of the pack, rather. Bo Horvat, he's back, this time in Vancouver Canuck form. Once again, I don't know how many Canuck fans are clamoring for the guy who threw the F word at Elias Pettersson a bunch of times, and I'm not talking about the four-letter F word. But it is game used nonetheless, and Bo Horvat is a strong player. There is no doubting that by any means. May as well put Jarvis here on display as well, and we'll bring the Perfetti over to there. We continue. JJ Peterka with the Sabres, Quinnigan with Vancouver, Andrews Lees here at the front, and we'll have a little bit of focus here, maybe not on his crutch, but a little bit of focus nonetheless, and the Bill Guerin. Well. You gotta love the vintage feel there. They're doing for these All-Stars, or these veterans, or these Hall of Famers. 39 of 699 for the Bill Guerin card, and I like how pretty much every one of them, we got a rookie, but you don't get Bill Guerin cards anymore, right? You don't get these Bernie Nickel cards anymore. So it's nice that UD really does that focus on the legends that really shaped the game as well. And I have to agree with you, Evil. Artifacts is very generous. You're looking at multiple hits per box on average. That's why even the blasters can be quite nice for a lot of people. We have our Turi Lehkonen with Colorado and Martin Necas as well. Behind that is Jake Sanderson in Ottawa. And we have a ruby red Zach Werenski. That goes to Columbus, of course, 410 of 599. If you have guest number 410 and have liked this feed, you'll get double the prize. Why? Because I'm convinced no one has guest number 410. We have half a box here to go. At the back, Brant Clark in LA. We have Markstrom here at the front, and Swaggy back yet again. And Troy Terry is going to be your shorter print. Lime green. I don't see any green on that to me. You guys see green? Suspect. Suspect at best, as a great Gorilla Monsoon would say. 77. Paul Coffey, Ray Bork, 77 out of 125. A nice short print for the Quack Attack, and that gets Downtown Dale Traits on the board. Unfortunately, the lime green does not exist, but I'm sure, as we have already shown, if you want Upper Deck to really replace that bad enough, I'm sure that they would do something for you. A trifecta of packs remaining. I take a quick look into the shop, make sure everybody's on their best behavior. Kevin Korchinski, sophomore card there for him. Sophomore? Second year. Third year. Junior card. Cole Caulfield. Mikhail Sergachev is having quite a season. And we are back again with a rookie redemption. This one much easier to understand. So I think now with the 2 boxes, you guys understand the whole shtick. This card goes to Columbus. Why? That's why. And that card will be randomized. So the Columbus card, pretty easy to understand there. If you have the Blue Jackets, you'll get the rookie redemption going your way. And Columbus belongs to Mario. Mario C likes to keep it clean. That will go to Mario. So congrats on that. Bought a case, half for green, half for not. Oh, no way. That's neat. There's every now and again you get that type of thing. Like with some of the Upper Deck Series 2 cards for 24-25, they got double printed on the base. I had a guy buy a hobby box, and he had 17 base cards that were double printed on them. Or there was Pokemon cards that had football printing on them. You had like a Pikachu, but the other way around, it was like a Tua Tagovailoa that was upside down. So I like them. They make them unique there for sure, but interesting that half and half are there. Keandre Miller with the Rags and Luke Hughes. We have Philip Hornick, and behind him is the man so nice I named him twice, Ivan with the Avs. A clear cut, not specifically numbered for old Ivan. You gotta wonder what was going on in the hospital room, though, right? Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Ivan, what would you like to name your son? I know. I can't think of anything, but what about? So there's a clear-cut rookie for the Avalanche, and we are now down to our final pack, and then we will figure out what that big, thick, chunky monkey is over there. Looks like we have another swatch inside here as well, so we might be looking at yet another jersey hit. From the back, it's Morgan Frost. Matthias Ekholm is up front. And there you go, the Breadman. So the Rangers, another hit. Once again, going to Jack. A congrats on that. The NHL Remnants for Terry Panarin. Beautiful dark blue, or navy blue, whatever you want to call it. Take a quick peek there at the back. It is game used, of course, as only Upper Deck can do. But a very nice hit there for the Breadman. Is that right, Matt? Was Ivan a keeper at Needle? I was unaware of that. Ivan. I guess it's kind of hard to forget, isn't it? So, this was the first and somehow nailed the last pack. But you just see how massive that thing is. So, we'll find out what we got. Got some green peeking out, looks like. Alex Newhook, Newfoundland's on at the front. Connor Zary. We'll take the back card, which is Owen Tippett with Philly. And let's find out what is hiding in the big boy. White Bucket 62. Brandon Montour is number 62. That's not Brandon Montour, though. That one is very gorgeous. Numbered to only 65. The Emerald Material parallel. If you have Michael Jordan's number 23, you know what to do. But not every day you get a member of the first line of the Colorado Avalanche like that. That is a beautiful Arturi Lehkonen double patch. The white swatch there in the right. Or the white swatch in the right, and a triple color patch on the left-hand side. Colorado 14, Adam. Félicitations, Adam. That is quite a beautiful pickup. That's a beautiful card. It is a beautiful card. And what the colors, there we go. Very, very nice. Not too shabby, my friends, and just like that, that is not one, but that is 2 boxes of artifacts. But wait, there's more. A lot more, exactly. Let me take a drink from my non-disclosed beverage. That's better. You'll never get to find out what I'm drinking until I get that sponsorship. That's right. If you all want to sponsor me, I will drink whatever you want, within reason. No wobbly pops. That's for post-break. I'm looking at you, Dale Traits. 23-24 EX. We have not done EX in eons, it feels like. Thought we would use a little break from the classic Skybox and Ice pairing that we typically roll out with. We've only done one box of EX in the history of these breaks. And it was a little wild, that is for sure. There are 24 packs with only 2 cards per pack. Even the base cards are absolutely stunning. We've got these boxes down very much on sale. They're almost half off, but $120 off per box. And if anybody well, hopefully we get a nice box so people can actually see what they are, because a lot of people haven't been able to experience EX for themselves. Evil! That's for you. It was great seeing you this week, Evil. So off we go. Typically 1 hit per. If you don't get an insert, you typically get a base rookie. We got Hubie Doobie Doo at the front, and behind that is everyone's favorite televangelist, Luke Evangelista, 368 of 499. So if you don't get a short print or that type of thing, you typically will get a rookie. You can tell the clear-cut kind of window there behind it. The cards are gorgeous, right? Like, you can't really tell. Yeah, you can't really tell. That was a little bit better. Point is, they're basically 2 big, thick pieces of cardstock there. It's a little bit better. And then they kind of make a window where that clear-cut piece comes in behind the card. So they look quite nice. And once again, Luke Evangelista is number 368. If you have number 368, please step up and collect your prize. I'm going to have to start opening these from the back, or I'm going to start spoiling them. Or Igor Shesterkin, your base. And we go into another shorty print. This time it is William Eklund out of only $2.99. 150 of $2.99, no less. That gets the San Jose Sharks on the board, which means Chris McCulley is now getting with his first card. Getting with his first card doesn't sound right. Now he owns his first card from this break. I don't know if that sounds any better. Travis Konecny, your base, and Simon Nemec. So there is your first example, not specifically numbered, but a rookie card for the former number 2 overall pick, Simon Nemec. Quick peek there at the back as well. Well, I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. The problem is I don't want to show off the back card, so I'll kind of open them like this with my arm over, and you can see me on my side cam. And then we'll kind of swoop in and we'll do it here together. Roman Josi, base card there at the front. And behind that, it is Ty Carte. Ty Carte, also a rookie card, that time with the Seattle Kraken. Gets the Kraken on the board. So many packs. This is a heck of a rip if you're at home and you're just trying to watch a ball game. Riker Evans is your base, and we have another short print, or third short print of the box. 241 of 499. It is Tage Thompson. Gets the Buffalo Sabres rolling with a shorter print. But yeah, for you guys looking to shake it up from the classic kind of Series 1 or that type of thing, Skybox can be quite solid for that. We have our first insert here behind Shane Wright, and it is going to be Stardate. Stardate 3000, Captain Kirk here, finding Tim Stützle among the Andromeda Nebula. Nice little die cut there for Timmy Stu. Not specifically numbered, but still a nice pickup there. And the Shane Wright base card is a sophomore card for him as well. Kaner, Patrick Kane's your base, and the Index Movers is next up. This time Logan Thompson with Vegas. They had a lot of fun with the die cut machine in this product, everybody. There's a quick peek there at the back as well. Ba-boom. And that is that. The beat goes on here on the left side. Dale, I got something you're going to be excited about. Brock Nelson here is your first base, and hiding behind that is Downtown Dale Trait's favorite player in the whole wide world. It's Chewy! Matthew Tkachuk. Life is good. I miss Chewy. Hopefully he comes back soon. He better be back more like December instead of January. Base card is Vasi, and behind that is David Jiricek. David Jiricek is your index mover. I know you're not getting a ton of focus on that, but there you go. And if you don't like Columbus, just do that. And it all works out, right? It all comes out in the wash. A few more packs to go here on the left hand. Already a much better rip than that first one that we did. We did a box once, and we got like duplicates of inserts and that type of thing. We had like one short print. It just seemed like it was odd. Chris Letang's your base. Laffy is your Stardate 3000, hiding behind that as well. So Alex Lafreniere, yet another card for Jack and the Rags. Jack and the Rags sounds like a television show. And tonight, a Thoughts' late lineup following The Simpsons is Jack and the Rags. Jack Hughes, speaking of Jacks, there's a nice little purple there as your base. Index movers with Evan Bouchard. I can firmly say, after using a 5th round keeper on this guy, the card is facing the wrong way and it should go like that. No offense if you have Edmonton or Evan Bouchard, but I have lost week 1 and week 2 of my fantasy season by less than 5 points, and I blame Evan Bouchard directly. 1,000,000%. It's me. I'm the problem, it's me. And Stardate 3000 for Slav. Sophomore card for Uri Slavkovsky, former first overall pick. Chris, I will never stop crying about Bouchard. Angie's here. Hey, Angie and Kevin. I'm happy you guys were able to make it into the break. Johnny Hockey is your base card. And your index mover, Jake Sanderson. Jake Sanderson. Once again, a second-year card for Jake Sanderson. We continue there. I feel you with that keeper pick. Thank you, Jeremy. That's how people need to communicate there, Macaulay. Take some notes. Yeah, for a guy who was supposed to be pre-ranked within the top 25, oh, boys. Like last night, he had a power play goal. That's great. But he was also -3. What? Neon Leon. Oof. Oh, that's quite cool. Reverberation. Timmy Stew back again with a reverberator. Looks like one hell of a fart. Why do they get it coming right out of his butt? Why does it got to be leaking out of the pants? What's going on here? No wonder why nobody's chasing them on the breakaways. There's a quick peek there at the back. Neat looking card. A little suspect on the way that they put the reverberation through, but oh well. Oh well. Elias Sorokin. We have a cool looking one there in the back. The double helix. Those are fairly tough pulls, I believe. Double helix and exceptional cards fall to 1 in 288 packs. It is a very thick, chunky monkey. They are incredibly difficult to find, the double helix. Let's see here. What's my armchair math? 288, 240. So 1 in every 12 boxes. 1 in every 12 boxes. I'm trying to get Damodoff, Ivan. I'm trying. The guy who has him is an 18th round keeper. Anyway, that's not the point. We have. I appreciate the fantasy advice. I could use it. We have Nikita Kucherov with a beautiful, beautiful double helix. Tampa Bay. Bill Durling. Massive hit. May not necessarily look like a huge kind of it's not numbered or whatever. And let's be real, guys. It doesn't matter what the value is all the time on that type of thing. I'm sure it is worth some cash. But the Skybox, some of those cards are the best ones, the ones that are difficult to find. They always have those little sneaky ones. And when you look at the checklist here on the back, not the checklist, the odds, it's right here over there. They are harder to find than an autograph card. Double helix and exceptional fall to 1 in 288. They are the hardest insert to find. And not only that, to get Nikita Kucherov, it's quite wild. My Logo Shop did a bunch of breaks with this product. That's the first hit I've ever seen. There you go. I'd like to hear that then. It's a stunning card. It's really, really pretty. It's really, really nice. So I'm happy for you, Bill. That's an awesome one. Try to get the poster child on the pack, please. Yeah, Julianne, do you have Chicago? Clearly, right? Why else would you be asking for that? Of course you do. All right. Let me readjust my thinking. Okay, I'll try to get you Bernard now. Philip Kurashev, we're getting closer, Julia. And Drew Hellison. Drew Hellison, rookie with the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks. I was talking with Matt last week when he traded the Ducks for the Kings with Scott, like Dale did this week. And I said, okay, your trade for the Ducks is going through, but I accidentally missed the D and I hit the F, which was right beside the D. Thank goodness I caught it first, or I would have sent him an incredibly inappropriate message. They really need to get that D and that F away from two things, and that sounds even worse, so I'm going to move on. Sean Couturier with the D and the F. And Connor Zary is your rookie with the Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames. Laffy is your base with the Rags. And Matthew Poitras, who in my humble opinion is probably a top 10 rookie in 23-24, will be your rookie of the pack. That follows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. And as you guys see, beautiful, beautiful cards. And if you're one of those guys who likes a rip, but you don't like all the bulk in the base, EX is a great product for you. Halifax's second favorite son, Nathan McKinnon, and behind that, Henry Thrun, the newest Maple Leaf. But if you have the San Jose Sharks, he's going home with you. And I know Chris McCulley is absolutely thrilled over the prospect of Henry Thrun. Andrei Svechnikov. And behind that, Yuri Kulich, which is a pretty sneaky, decent pickup. Kulich is literally just a baby. Like, he is so young and looking very solid for the Sabres. You know, granted, he's a Sabre, but at the same time, the player itself looks great. Claude Giroux, who cost Florida a first-round pick and had no real interest in trying to win a cup, so I have a bit of a gripe against him. And Zach Benson, talk about top 10 rookies in the league. Benson, I think, still does not have a goal this year, but he has like 7 or 8 assists in 7 or 8 games. So the very young Zach Benson finding a nice home there in Buffalo. A trifecta of packs remain. Nick Suzuki is your base. And we go into a rookie for Matthew Coronado. And once again, guys, they're gorgeous flipping cards there. There's no doubt about that. I like Kulich was a stud in WGC. Trevor, you are correct, sir. That is correct, sir. Absolutely. It's fun. Like, that's the whole beauty of the juniors, right? You get to see these guys get going before they really get going. Mikko Rantanen. I always like to say don't look Avalanche fan as Mikko Rantanen, but he did win a cup with the Avs, so it's also kind of like bittersweet, perhaps. And Ridley Greig is your base rookie for Ottawa. And we are now down to the final pack. It's the final pack now before we go take a trip to the spa. The Otter and the future of the of goaltending, Dustin Wolf. Those cards look really nice side by side together. Anyway, Dustin Wolf, your base rookie, and the Otter is your base. And that, my friends, is Skybox EX. So, interested to hear what you guys think of that product as a whole. We're always going to be doing stuff like Skybox Metal or Ice or that type of thing, but I thought this was a nice change. Nice little bit of change of pace, suggested to me by Robert D., who maybe mentioned, hey, we haven't done that product, why don't we? And I'm like, you know what? Frig it. Why the heck not, right? Now we get into some big boys. It's time for the entree, the main course, if you will, my friends. We are looking at a whole bunch of autographs on the way. SB Authentic has 2 autographs on average per box. And then we go to Ultimate and Premier, which, of course, have autographs as well. That's what we want. We also have other studs such as Lane Hudson and Cutter Gauthier and Logan Stankoven and Will Smith. We've got Medvei Mishkov. We've got the whole gang at Possum Lodge, hopefully keeping their stick on the ice. Only 10 packs. least 2 autos. And as we've proven, if we don't have autographs, I'll probably get 2 autographs in return from Upper Deck. Chris, you don't get a box throw because you told me to stop complaining about Evan Bouchard. But Jeremy, that goes to you. It's my right as a Canadian to complain about hockey, Chris. Telling me not to complain about Bouchard. Thinking you're all that. Oh, goodness gracious, we have fun. Pasta, Darlene, and Maddie Coronado. You have a green unsigned Future Watch for Cameron Crotty. Mr. Crotty, is there a Crotty here? 74 of 199. That goes to the Minnesota Wild. Behind that is Graham Clark, not Cream Clark, just Graham Clark with the focus. Once again, though, that is a Minnesota Wild card. So as you can see, Wild at the bottom, they would not have had time to get his photo in a Minnesota uniform, but the logo reaffirms that that is a Minnesota card. So I'm going to put that over with the Bernie Nichols to make sure that that goes to Minnesota. Not that it's a life-changing card, but you know what I mean. Your limited red is Mason McTavish. It is a subset for SPA. Luke Televangelista, John Carlson, and Alex DeBrincat are the base. And we all know it's all about that base. No trouble. It's all about that base, No trouble. Keep in mind as well, guys, we do not keep anything. Even the base cards go back to you. A lot of people like to take them, give them to their kids, or just do whatever with them. So if for whatever reason we miss a card, like let's say we have a short print we don't catch or an Easter egg, all the cards go back out to you anyway. So ultimately, it's all going to be in the wash. Montembeau, he's got to get his life together. Marshy, everybody's favorite rat. My daughter has fallen in love with the Tim Hortons commercial where Marshy's got his teddy bear. And the ad worked. I bought 8 packs of Tim Horton cards this morning to give to my 8-year-old so that she could try to find Marshy and his teddy. Clinton Killer. Kale McCarr is your Spectrum FX, similar to the Aurum Bounty cards from Artifacts. Once you collect them all, you can scratch them off and get yourself a prize. Sid the Not-So-Kid with some maximum performance. He's certainly shown that this year. And we have Jason Polin, your limited red. Your base will be Kyle Connor, the Otter, and Little Gouda. Still have no idea why Little Gouda is the reference for Trevor Zegras. It's like when we looked up nicknames for Joe Sakic one time and it said they call him Burnaby Joe. I'm like, what? He's from Burnaby. And it's like, okay. I've literally never heard anyone call him Burnaby Joe, but I guess that's what we're calling him now. So here we are. Shesterkin, the Breadman, and Nick Schmaltz, who's having a ridiculous start to the year. We have Bounty card yet again, Gage Goncalves. Gongalves. It is another bounty. It is a rookie unsigned. Olin Zellweger is your freshman focus. Speaking of, maybe we can get a little bit of focus. There it is. And Nico Heischer, your limited red. Your base cards will be Brian Rust, Adam Fantilli with a sophomore card, and Timmy Stew back yet again. If you have auto, I think we pulled like 4 Stutzel cards here thus far. Panther Nightmare, Jonathan Marcia Show. Sebastian Aho, not to be confused with AEW's Riho. Anita Miro, Heiskanen. And behind that, it looks like we may be in Autograph Town. Let's just go ahead and do the reveal. Looks like our horizontal Future Watch. Yeah, let's just go ahead and show it. Everybody ready? Guess that autograph. It's Phil Kemp. Well, gives the Edmonton Oilers on the board. Not the droid we're looking for, but a droid nonetheless. Phil Kemp is on the board. The horizontal Future Watch. That goes to Yvon. Yvon, you get a great team this week. Hopefully that can continue. Worst case, you get some hard-side ink from a rookie. And by the way Evan Bouchard is playing, Phil Kemp has some more playing time coming in his future. Behind that is Maverick Bork, Swedish chef's favorite player, and Victor Mancini. Sounds like a mobster. Jake Neighbors, Mo Sai, and Andrei Svechnikov is your final base. Let's get the double helix to here. And let's move Phil over to here. Why not? Half a dozen packs remain. And beautiful pickup there for Downtown Downtrites. No, it's not his card, but it is his favorite player. I agree, Jeremy. It is a very clean card. There's no chipping, no edge wear, none of that stuff there when it comes over to the Kemp. Whoa. It is a very solid pickup there for sure. And look at you, Julien, as well. I appreciate all the positivity from you guys. We have Braden Schneider with the Rags. We have Nick Suzuki. And we have Rhino. Behind that might be another auto. Might not be. Might be. Black lid. 39. Holy Moses and all of heaven. We did it, everybody. Medved Mishkov Future Watch. 2 horizontal day for you. Tricked you, Trevor. Wow. Well, there you go. That's probably the number 3 guy that you're looking for in the entire draft here. A pure Future Watch, if you will. And that goes to Freggie. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, that's the guy everybody's looking for. Isn't that wild? Really quickly, the rest of the pack. Nate Mack and Mikko Rantanen. Connor Hellebuck. Excuse me, your base cards. Letang, Nate Mack again, and Chewy. Congratulations! Yeah, I would say. How about that? That's what you want. That's the boy. That's the sweet summer Bab. That's what I wanted last break. Yeah, that's fair, Julien. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning. You gotta love it. Congrats, Freggie. Well earned. That's for sure. There we go. We'll kind of sneak him over there. Well, this might be an anticlimactic rest of the box with 5 cards there left. Or 5 packs, rather. But hopefully we'll get another couple shorter prints, perhaps. And, guess what? That Mishkov easily covers your break spot, Fred. Cole Sillinger is here. What the hell? Cole Sillinger is here. I want a Cole Sillinger pack. AM34 after the double Columbus Coles. Gage Gonzalez. Peter Forsberg. That's cool. Again, I'm such a sucker for the friggin' vets and Hall of Famers like that. That is awesome. You get Forsberg on the board. Stankoven, unsigned limited red. He would have been a great future watch as well. Byfield, Charlie Lindgren, and Matty Beniers, former Rookie of the Year, bringing up the rear. We have the Thrill, Kaner, and Jack Quinn. Still waiting on him to really break out. Connor Bedard, so it's a sophomore card for Begsy. Sorry, it's not the one you're looking for, Julien, but there's still time. Don't worry. Philip Hornick is your pageantry. Kopi is your limited red, followed by D-Lark, The Nuge, and Mikhail Granlund as your final base. 1, 2, 3 packs remain. Cole Perforati, as some people call him, or Cole Perfetti, as he should be called. Seth Jarvis and Quinnigan behind that. Freshman Focus featuring Zach Dean and Sweet St. Lou. Pageantry for the Otter, Jake Ottinger, and Nikolai Kovalenko is your limited red rookie with Colorado unsigned. Travis Konecki, Willy Nilly, and Alexei Protas is the base. Medved Mishkov, what a hit. What a beaut. Logan Cooley, Josh Norris, and Laffy. Behind that is going to be collaborating together. Chris Kreider and Mika Zibanejad. Don't look now, but they had a little split in the relationship. Literally sending Chris Kreider across the country. Zachary Bolduc. That is a beautiful rookie card there. Currently with Montreal, but if you have St. Louis, he's going home with you. And Brock Nelson is your limited red. Trevor Moore, Samuel Ersson, and Robo is the base. And your final pack before we must leave our trip to the spa. Rhino. McJesus. Only 2 base cards. Ruslan Iskakov. Iskakov. Turn your head and Iskakov. Jerusalem with the Islanders. 603, the number we're looking for. Ryan O'Reilly and Philip Forsberg collaborating together in that beautiful Nashville yellow. You get one red pageantry per box. We found it. It's Monty Samuel Montembeault, who I believe was a former Bathurst Teton. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please don't correct me if I'm wrong. And Scott Morrow with a 4-insert pack. Scott Morrow. Feel like there was a better picture that could taken. Taken? Taken 1, Taken 2? Hey, why didn't they call the movie Taken 2 Tuken? I'm getting distracted. Jared McCann, Elias Pettersson. A sophomore card for Leo Carlson coming up the rear. I fear these breaks are too self-indulgent sometimes, but here we are. Whoa, we're kind of like a little sideways. There we go. All right, everybody. Now we're into the big boys, the big chunky monkeys, if you will. Ultimate is 4 cards per pack. We got 2 of them in Premier, 6 cards per pack. The new Ultimate, slightly different configuration, but in a good way. There will be 3 hits. Blainville, Brosbouillon. I knew that, Yvon. See, I just tested you, Yvon. That's good. That's good. You knew Montego was with the Armada. I knew that. I didn't know that. So, 4 cards, 3 hits per. 1 auto, or you're going to get an auto, you're going to get your patches or mem, and you're going to get your tech cards. It used to be 1 auto, 1 mem, and 1 additional one. Now it's just a free-for-all. We've had some Ultimate boxes with 5 cards and 3 autographs and a swatch in it. So, box number 48 for you superstitious folk. Obviously, we're searching for certain guys. Hopefully, Fredgie's not too greedy and he's okay with San Jose and Montreal getting some love. Yvon, for correcting me, you don't get a box flip. But Robert, you're here, so you get that. Just kidding, I love you, Yvon. Opener there from the back. Your base card here on the front, or your proverbial blanket, is an upside down Gavin Brindley. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 cards with 1 very thick card right there in the middle. I'm going to pull the back card out here first, once we get a little bit of focus, of course. There we are. Yeah, got it on your stash. There we go, a little better. So I'm going to do the back card first. Life is good. A phenomenal pickup. Back-to-back Stanley Cup champion. Massive piece of red cup-raising swatch. 144 out of only 199. A stunning card for Hunter B, who I know is thrilled to pull the first star of the break. It's everyone's favorite, Matthew Tkachuk, affectionately known as Chewy. That is right, game-used jumbo jersey, and I'm so happy for you to get your favorite player, because I just naturally assume that Matthew Tkachuk is everybody's favorite player. I don't know, what do we do here? Bo Horvat, you got enough attention in there, I think. That goes there. Alright. Back to work. So now we're going to do the second card, and we'll leave that thick card as kind of our last one, because you never know what that'll be. So hiding behind Gavin Brindley. We're going to Washington. We're going to Capital One there for sure. Dale just burped. Hopefully not in hole 3, Trevor. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not the one to figure it out. John Carlson, hard-signed autograph for the defenseman for the Washington Capitals. Washington belongs to Vince Vincenzo. We'll take a little bit of a better look at that card. Put the Brindley over top, hide that. There you go, once again, nicely hard-signed. Thicker card stock, probably a 75 point. There's a quick peek there at the back. From Natick, Massachusetts. Yes, Linda. Félicitations. A nice pickup for John Carlson. Let's move Andrew Kopp to there. I still can't see that color. Oh, well, it is what it is. All right, last card of the Alto. Ultimate Emblems. We're horizontal. And the question is, are we going to New York? Carlson's a great defenseman, kind of underrated. I could not agree with you more, Evil. He's a spark plug there. Could be a few things. I don't know. It could be Washington. Could be Montreal. Ooh, well. Speaking of Washington, Linda's going to love that one. That is a stunning one. So, Vince, you are very much like me in that you have such a soft spot for the legends. Hello, Sonny. Welcome here to the break. Or Leslie, or both of you. You got a soft spot for the legends, and like I say, so do I. Mike Gardner is here, 17 of 49. Hard signed auto. Very chunky monkey. And quick peek there at the back as per the usual. Very nice capital box indeed. So there you go, 2 autos and the best jumbo jersey you could have possibly asked for. Mike Gardner, everybody. Mike Gardner. Absolutely gorgeous. Stammer, you're the next one to go, to move. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. There's box number 1 of Ultimate, everyone. But wait, there's more. That's right. We go again. Box number 71 for you superstitious lot. Surely to goodness, you guys know the drill by now when it comes to Ultimate. And then we'll go home on our big bad boy, the Baby Cup Premier. Premier has a guaranteed patch auto and another auto as well. There's a peek inside. Sonny, this is for you. Is there anything for you, you say? You have the Minnesota Wild. Not anything massive just yet. So stay tuned. But no big Minnesota pulls. We definitely got a handful of different inserts and that type of stuff. But we'll see what else is to be remained. 10 more cards to come with a great array of patches and autos as well. Upside down, yet again, is Clayton Keller. This time a nicely shorter print. Out of only 149, number 57. Once again, we have a very similar looking box. 3 cards in that 75 point with 1 thick one, so we'll do what we did before. So again, Clayton Keller, your first base or your first blanket, whatever you want to call it. Let's get some focus there on the Keller. Utah seems like a great team to pick up when it comes to fantasy because they are trying to win every game 6-5 this year. And I think Utah makes the playoffs. There's my big hot take of the year. I know, we're awful spicy. Come on now. Stop being like that. There you go. All right, here we go. Back card first. Kaboom! Samuel Honzik. It is a rookie swat, 322 of 499, and it is a hit for the Calgary Flames. Not quite exciting enough for me, though, so we will continue through. We're now going to do the second card here behind Clayton Keller. Keller. Blue Bucket 27. I'm assuming we're going to the Islanders. And I am correct. Anders Lee is back again. Anders Lee, he's back. Tell a friend. Very, very nice. Hard signed, of course. That goes to the Islanders. Number 26 is Adam. Congratulations there to you, Adam. You have a hard signed Anders Lee autograph coming home with you. Anders Lee, everybody. Anders Lee. And now we go to the big boy. To the big boy. The big chunk of market. Alright. Ultimate Collection, yes we know. Blue Bucket, 41. Well, you got to be pretty excited if you have Colorado, like Adam does. This is the Adam box. We had a Vince box and an Adam box. Look at the patch. That's ridiculous. That's a 4-color as far as I'm concerned, because there is definitely white up in that top right. The blue, the silver, and then into the red. Jason Paulin, the French chicken. It is a rookie, 58 of 99, hard signed as well. And the jury is going to be out on Monsieur Paulin, who is now 26 years young. Hard to believe that that's getting old under hockey terms, but I'm just an old fart myself. What can I say? The patch is stunning. The patchwork is absolutely beautiful. So a very, very nice hit there for you, Adam, who has the Colorado Avalanche. Nice enough that we're going to give that a little bit of display. Let's put Kemp there. And we'll put that right there. Well, well, well. Pretty clear first and at least second star thus far. Matthew Tkachuk, of course. But now we go home on a box of Premier. And just for you superstitious folks, it's box number 50. That's right. That's right. This has the guaranteed 101 Bedard, I'm sure. And if it doesn't, it probably has some other fun stuff. But there's a guaranteed patch auto inside of Premier, including one other auto and 2 swatches with 2 kind of base cards as well. This will be our final box of the night. Very quickly. Scatabo with the ankle going in the wrong direction. Oh, boys. If you're a Giants fan, don't look now. Very quickly, next weekend's break will involve the brand new Premier 24-25 with a whole bunch of other fun jams and jellies. If you want to get in on that break, we would love to have you. All you got to do is message the store, let us know that you want to get in on that, and we'll get you in. Breaks happen every Sunday at 2 p.m. And if you have paid for a spot in this break, you have a chance to win a free spot for that break. So there will be a separate video once this feed is done. It will go up probably within 10 minutes of the feed ending, and we will give away the Artifact Redemption card, which, if you were not here earlier, the Rookie Redemption will be raffled between all 32 people in the break, including the free spot, and then we'll do a separate video with 31 people and figure out who gets the free spot for next week. With that out of the way, let's go. There we are. Julien. Ça c'est pour toi. Bloop. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, yes. Here we go. Take our time to open things here, of course. When you know it's sealed this well, there must be something booming inside that they wanted to keep safe. There we go. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 cards, it appears, within our box of Premier. Okay. Without any further ado, we have Vasi as your first base card, 110 of 299 for the 2-time Stanley Cup champion goaltender of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Behind that is the 3rd best Cooley in the league behind Logan and Dimitri. It is Will Cooley. I kind of kid a little bit because Will Cooley is a bona fide stud. He's currently playing top 9 minutes with the Rangers. And yet again, Jack, this is your first break that you've been getting into. Rangers have really treated you well. There is no doubt about that one. So a beautiful hard-signed rookie auto for Will Cooley. And that definitely deserves some display, even though it's going to kind of get blocked. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. All right. Back to work there behind Vasi. That would have been a nice auto as well. There's your first bigger Minnesota hit. Out of only 199, it's Brock Faber, who was the runner-up for Rookie of the Year only to Connor Bedard. The patch auto is behind Faber, so we're going to hide that until the very end of the pack. I'm going to reveal the card behind the patch auto. Pasta! There you go. Beautiful swatch for David Pastrnak. That'd be game used, I would have to imagine. And that goes to Jean-Guy. So Jean-Guy, you have yourself on the board the beautiful swatch for David Pastrnak. Behind Pastrnak, Mikhail Backlund is here. You gotta love the little dimples that go through that little swatch. Gets the Calgary Flames going. And then what's considered our bonus card, I suppose. Another shorty print. So a Panarin, the bread man, two Panarin swatches, and the rich get richer, the Rangers. The Rangers. Oh my. Hit yet again with another beautiful swatch. So, real quick look there at the back. Game used on the Panarin. Game used on the Backlund. And one has to imagine, yes indeed, game used on the Pastrnak. And then there was one card, my friends. One little card that was left. And thank you, Joey. That's the first time someone friggin' pointed that out. You know what, Joey? Because you're so kind, you're getting a prize. I don't want to hear it. You're getting a prize. Ta-da. See? Get more flies with honey than vinegar, you guys. Looking at you, Macaulay. Okay, all jokes aside. Good luck, everybody. Well, it may not be the name that we're looking for, but it is a beautiful piece of work nonetheless. Sean Farrell is here. That is a hard-signed autograph. Even though it kind of looks like it would be a spot for a sticker, it is not. And once again, look at the patchwork on that type of thing. Bleu, blanc et rouge pour les habitants de Montréal. Sean Farrell, out of only 99, is Hubie Doobie Doo's number 11. If anybody out there is number 11 and like this feed, you have won a prize. It is a rookie card for Farrell as well, so it will not... Farrell opened the scoring for his first NHL goal in the host Canadiens clashing with, it doesn't matter what team. It is game... They are not quite game use, but the rookies typically are not. And unfortunately, Chris, I must agree with you. Sean Farrell... You need some autograph work. What in the world is that? Is it like this? Is it like that? Is it like this? Did you sign it while you were sleeping? Did you use the astronaut pen from Seinfeld and try to do it upside down? Who knows? Regardless, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece for Montreal. And that goes to Trevor B. Trevor B. And now it is time for the 3 stars of the night. You know what? I'll contain myself. 3rd star of the night is obviously the Matthew Tkachuk double Stanley Cup champion jumbo jersey. There's no argument there at the end. Your 2nd star of the night will be Mike Gardner, won by Vince and Linda. Shorty print to 49. Easy for me to say. To only 49. Beautiful, hard signed. And of course, the belle of the ball, Medvei Mishkov, 830 of 999. A true future watch for what is arguably the top 3 rookie out of the entire draft class, Medvei Mishkov. And just like that, my friends, we are done. I want to thank everyone for joining. For all you guys that this was your first break, I hope that you will decide to participate with us again in the future as well. We always have a fun time. If you want to get into next week's, please reach out. That is already planned, and we are filling in spots. It is close to halfway full already. And for the meantime and in between time, everyone, don't go too far. We get a free spot to give away. But keep your stick on the ice.